All right, Lena. I keep hearing about Nostr, people comparing it to X, to Mastodon, to Bluesky, but nobody seems to agree on what actually makes it different. So, what is it really?
Okay, so the key difference, and I mean that literally, is that on Nostr, your identity is a cryptographic keypair, not an account, not a username tied to some company's database. A keypair.
A keypair, like encryption keys?
Exactly like encryption keys. And that one fact changes everything about how the whole system works.
I've been on X since it was Twitter. Built up my following, my handle, everything. Then the rules changed. The algorithm changed, and I realized I don't actually own any of it. The platform does.
On X, formerly Twitter, the platform owns your handle and your following list. You are a tenant, not an owner.
So I tried Mastodon, decentralized, right? But I signed up on an instance that shut down 6 months later. Gone. My followers, my posts, my identity, gone.
On Mastodon, your identity is tied to the instance you signed up on. Leave the instance, or lose it, and you lose the identity with it.
What about Bluesky? That one gets brought up a lot as the decentralized alternative. How does Nostr compare?
Bluesky is closer in spirit, I'll give it that. The AT protocol has some solid ideas, but in practice, it still runs through a primary infrastructure layer. The relay and AppView model ends up being more centralized than it looks on paper.
Meaning there's still a choke point somewhere?
Meaning there's still a layer that can be pressured, or fail, or change the rules. Nostr has no required central infrastructure at all. Your data lives across many relays simultaneously. No single point of failure. No single point of control.
On Nostr, your identity comes down to two things, your npub and your nsec.
Your npub is your public key. It starts with npub1, and it's your shareable identity. Think of it like a username that anyone can follow or reference. It's meant to be public. Your nsec is your private key. It starts with nsec1, and it signs everything you post. It's the cryptographic proof that a message came from you. Public key is who you are. Private key is the thing that must never, ever leak. I want to be really clear about something. There is no password reset on Nostr. There is no support desk. There is no I forgot my key button. Lose your nsec, and that identity is gone, forever. You can't recover it. You start over. And if it leaks, if someone else gets your nsec, they can post as you. Permanently. There is no revocation. You cannot invalidate a leaked key. That person or that bot becomes you as far as the network is concerned.
That's a lot of responsibility.
That's the trade-off of self-sovereign identity. Total control. Total responsibility. They come together. So here's what you actually do. First, store your nsec in a proper password manager. Not a notes app, not a screenshot, a dedicated encrypted password manager. Even better, use a hardware signer. This little device holds your key and signs events without ever exposing the raw key to your computer or the internet.
And what's that NIP46 thing I keep seeing mentioned? The bunker setup?
NEP46 is a remote signing protocol. It means the apps you use, your Nostr clients, never actually touch your raw nsec. They send signing requests to a separate, secure service that holds the key. So even if an app is compromised, your key stays safe.
Okay, that actually makes me feel a lot better about using it. Look, I'm not going to pretend the key management thing isn't a mental shift. It is. Coming from platforms where you just reset your password if something goes wrong, this feels different. But once it clicked for me that my identity isn't on a server somewhere that can be deleted or deplatformed or sold, something changed. I actually own this. Nobody can take my npub away from me. That's worth learning how to do it right.
So to bring it all together, Nostr is different because your identity is a cryptographic keypair, not an account on someone's server. X owns your handle. Mastodon ties you to an instance. Bluesky is closer but still has centralized infrastructure underneath. Nostr has none of that.
Your npub is your public identity. Your nsec is the key that proves it's you. Guard the nsec like your life depends on it, because your digital identity does. Use a password manager, a hardware signer, or a NIP46 bunker setup. Don't let apps touch the raw key.
If you want to go deeper on Nostr, how it works, why it matters, and what's being built on it, head over to the Bitcoin Street Journal at thebitcoinstreetjournal.com. They've been covering this space with the kind of detail it deserves.
Self-sovereign identity isn't just a technical concept, it's a choice about who gets to control your voice online. Now you know what that choice looks like.